Okay, as we have been doing all throughout the course of this week, sort of around about this time of the afternoon, we've been lucky enough to get sort of various people in from the ISFEST lineup that's going to be going on tomorrow, and we've saved the best till last. Of course, welcome to Uckfield FM, Saffron.
Hello, nice to be here.
It's brilliant to have you in. You are headlining tomorrow night, aren't you?
Yes, I'm headlining with my solo band at ISFEST tomorrow night at the Laughing Fish in Isfield in Sussex.
Now,
And yes, I went to school just down the road from here, so
oh, did you?
I am actually a
Sussex
Sussex girl.
Well,
I wasn't born
no,
here.
you weren't born, were you?
No, I
You
was born in
certainly raised
Africa,
there.
but yeah, first few years of my life I was here. And got my teenage adolescence is around Brighton and the Sussex areas and the south coast.
So where ISFEST is coming along and is looking at sort of promoting some local talent and sort of having local talent involved, then I guess you're an obvious person to speak to see if they can get you down to do a set.
Yeah, well, they approached me about 18 months, a couple of years ago. Lewis Con Club approached me as well, because it's a fantastic local music venue that a lot of people don't know about. So we had a great gig down there, and we did, and sold it out and had a stage invasion, which was fantastic. And to you know, as with this fest, to have a local music festival, but also to promote and profile up and coming, you know, talented musicians and bands and artists. One of my close friends, Mel Sanson from Oxysis, her new band, will be playing. She will also be playing on stage with me.
Yeah.
Another young, talented singer-songwriter, Zori, I actually met in a local pub, and she had a guitar on her back, and she started talking about her music, and I said, well, play me some or show me a video, and I was so impressed, and so I spoke to the promoters and I got her a slot.
That could be a sliding doors moment in sort of her life coming up in the future.
Well, I hope so. She's very talented and deserves it. Yes.
There are some really good sort of local bands and singers out there, so it is good to have something like this as a way of promoting them. I know there's sort of like the summer concert down in Glyn, they had some local bands in there as well.
Yes,
but,
and I think what as well, because it's so important to promote and support all the small local bonfire societies. I mean, you know, Sussex and the south coast, the south area region, it's very specific. You know, the bonfire night, and
it's a weird Sussex thing,
and it really is. You know, it's entrenched, you know, in a tradition and in the communities, and it's something that links the communities, and it's something for the family. And they just put on such wonderful shows. They fundraise for such all the amazing charities, so I fully support all the small local bonfire societies.
This ISFEST is sort of looking at the Isfield and Little Horsted Bonfire Society. They sort of like organise it, and it sort of like helps them, as you say, do all the amazing work that they do, not just on sort of their bonfire night, but throughout the course of the year, because it keeps so many people involved.
Does, yes.
Productively throughout.
Yes, it does. Year. Yes, so, and you know, it just brings so many people together. And I know family people, totally family things. It's for all the children, and the torchlight processions, the costumes,
being wheeled around.
The bar tarol's been wheeled around, and you know, all the money things for all the different charities, and it really brings the community together. And I think that's so important, because you don't find that in a lot of areas of the country. Being in a band, you do go around, and you kind of until you've seen where something doesn't have a community spirit,
then
or
you
something,
suddenly
realise that how amazing something like a bonfire society can bring people together.
Now, my kids, they've been members of it for about 10 years now, since they're about that high. Could actually march around and carry a torch, and they've thoroughly loved their time in it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're at uni now, but they'll come back for the weekends. If they can during the week.
It's always a date in the calendar, isn't it? Well, it's kind of started already, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, all over. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I mean, the big one. Yeah, the big one, obviously, on the actual Guy Fawkes night is Lewis, which I believe, you know, most of the bonfire societies actually all
come in a visiting society
arrange, and it is something quite amazing to see. and experience.
It's something everyone should see at least.
Absolutely. I mean, the Vikings are my favourites. Perhaps I shouldn't say that.
I've always wanted to be a monk.
Oh yeah, there's the monks, there's the pirates, there's the Pearly Kings and Queens, and the Red Indians are fantastic. The costumes, they're super. Yeah, and they spend all year making those costumes, all year.
And so like the effigies that are going to get
all the effigies and all the drummers, all the musicians, you know, the bands, you know, it's fantastic. And all the kids are involved too.
And that, I was thinking actually probably getting a sort of look from Gary, who was slightly off topic, but it's all related to, you know, what ISFEST is all about.
It is,
supporting that. And as I say, it's a great lineup, and it goes from 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's right, yeah.
You're as the headliners, you're the last ones on. Which
yes, after Fat Belly Jones, I guess around 9:45, 10 o'clock tomorrow night. But it's for all the family, so it's an all-day event. So come down, you know. And you can camp as well, apparently. So if you want to bring a hammock or a tent if it's not raining.
I think we've just missed that horrendous rain last night.
It's really sunny outside now. It's brightening up. So come on, everyone. Come down to ISFEST tomorrow at Laughing Fish in Isfield in Sussex.
And you can get tickets from the Laughing Fish, or you can go onto the isfest.org.uk website.
Yeah, .org.net website as well, yes.
You can get the tickets all through there as well. So there's plenty of ways of getting them. Very reasonably priced.
Very reasonably priced.
£12 for an adult, £5 for children.
Yeah, it's very reasonably priced. And it's, you know, an all-day event. You can camp, you know, there's so many different bands and so many different stuff, so much stuff. And hey, come on, how many music festivals do you get in Sussex? Not many.
No, not many. This is
and it's just down the road.
Yeah, definitely. Talking about bands, I mean, you're there tomorrow night, not with Republica, where people may have known you from in the earlier part of your music career. This is your own band tomorrow night that's supporting you.
Yes, Republica is still touring after nearly 20, 5 years. And we still tour the world, and we just headlined Boko Fest last Saturday in Hertfordshire, which was amazing, which we played with Mars Hunt from the Wonder Stuff, Erica Knuckles, and James Walsh is one of my favourite singer-songwriters from Star Sailor, and we will be going to Netherlands with Republica in November the 18th, I believe, to play a gig in Eindhoven with the Lemonheads from America and Living Colour. I will be performing October the 1st at Chester Gay Pride, which I'm very looking forward to. We will be filming as Republica for Vintage TV, a new live session for them.
Republica for Vintage TV?
Yes, it's a channel. Do you not know it? Look it up. It's one of the best channels for music, and from everything, you know, from the beginning of music to the current day, but it has every genre, it has every artist on there, and they do amazing live sessions. We've done you know, one before. I actually did my own show on there called My Vintage, you know, where you pick your favourite records and stuff and talk about them, and yes, so I've got Chester Gay Pride. I've got Vintage TV coming up. I'm playing Aberdeen Raccoon Social Club with Darren Beale, who's Bob Geldof's guitar player, doing an acoustic show, which is I think it is October the
21st.
October the 21st. Thank you. And then my solo group, we're going to be playing huge festival called Shine On Weekender on November the 11th, which is in Minehead in Somerset. It has Echo and the Bunnymen, the Wonder Stuff Show, Seven Blue Tones, Black Grape, Cast, Ash, Echo Belly. It really is going to be the most wonderful festival. As I say, November the 18th, Republica in Eindhoven in the Netherlands, and I've just acted in a lead role in a new comedy called Whipped, which is set in the 90s in a Soho sex shop, and it's a Mighty Boosh crossed with black books. So please look out for it.
What's that coming on to?
I'm not allowed to say yet.
Okay.
But I play the owner of the shop, and the shop's called Hell.
And it's something sort of crossed with black books. I mean, that's a good sort of kind of target audience do we get?
It's fun. It's fun. Yes.
Funny
it's
and
fun and naughty, but in a kind of carry on way.
Well, definitely keep our eyes open out for that one.
And also, we have finished. Republica album is finished, but we need to mix it. So that's where we are with that. So we should be carrying on doing our festival circuit and trying to finish our record at the same time.
So where you say like Republica, you know, it's 25 years ago now when you had we got a Republica track lined up. Yeah, obviously you're here. We got to play a Republica track.
Yeah,
we got one lined up that we'll sort of play immediately after the travel. But 25 years. Does it feel like 25 years?
It doesn't. It feels like yesterday. And the strange thing is that I was talking to a student from actual Lincoln University the other day. I agreed to do an interview with him, and he's doing a master's degree in sports science, and he wanted to do an essay on how important our song "Ready to Go" is a sports anthem song. So it kind of surpasses any of us, even the people that sing or have written it. We write all our own songs and record and produce them all. We never thought it would have such a lifetime that it has, and we're so happy and proud that it's still sang on the terraces. You know, lots of sports and fans. The NBC. Someone sent me something on Twitter like Denver versus the the Broncos or something. You know, had played it NFL, Sky Sports, and you know some and it means such a lot. And I was so proud of this young man, Danny Roberts, who is a Sunderland fan, because Republica played at Stadium of Light back in the day, in the Peter Reid and Kevin Phillips days, and we're honorary Mackhams, and we played in the middle of the pitch, and they beat Birmingham and went up to the First Division, which was wonderful. And he just sent me a message the other day to say he'd got first.
Oh, fantastic!
So even though I've never met him, I'm so very proud that I could have helped in some way, and my song, you know.
And actually, you say ready
some
to go.
Examiner somewhere agreed.
Ready to go. I mean, you've talked about sort of places where it keeps coming up as a sports anthem, and my kids both did a lot of swimming, and they sort of swam at county level, and in between the morning and the afternoon sessions, you have the warm-up for the afternoon.
Yeah.
And they always played sort of music through the sort of warm-up there, and it gradually got more and more ramped up, and Ready to Go was quite often one about the last 2 or 3 tracks that they played, because it just gets them all hyped up.
Yes. It does, and it just
And you've obviously still got a huge amount of energy and love for what it is you're doing.
Yeah, well, we're just we're humbled and privileged that we still go around all over the world. You know, last year we were in Tel Aviv, Dubai, you know, Norway, Finland. You know, we're big in Romania and Transylvania and places, you know, in America, and we're just so happy to be invited, you know, anywhere really, that people still love our songs, you know.
There's no doubt in your mind that sort of when you sort of started this 25 years ago, this was the right thing to do. You don't wish you'd worked in an office or...
No, well that's why we formed a band, because we didn't want to work in an office. That was the whole point.
Well, I think we probably have to say sort of thank you very much for making that decision, because obviously throughout the years we've enjoyed the products of your labours.
Thank you.
All
You're
the
very
people
welcome.
Worked with. Because I mean, you're sort of scanning through your solo career, and there are too many people in there that you work with to really go through in detail. I mean, we were just talking about Polystyrene and Polyfest beforehand.
And The Cure, Gary Newman, Jeff Beck, Junkie XL, DJ Carl Cox. I mean, you know, I've been so humbled to work with such great artists and duet and collaborate and write songs with other artists, and I still love it. And I teach, and I mentor at BIM.
Yeah, we didn't really get on to that.
Yeah, which is the British and Irish Institute of Modern Music at Brighton. Yeah. But I've also taught at Bristol, mentored at Manchester. They've now got Dublin, Berlin, and they really are. James Bay is an ex-student, Tom Odell, George Ezra. You know, there's some of those students are really exceptional.
This is important as well, because it is giving back to the next generation.
Very, very important. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, a bit over, I think, really, but I think we had to have that kind of conversation. Thank you very much for coming in.
You're so welcome.
Saffron.
Thank you so much.
Good luck tomorrow evening.
105 FM.
105 FM. So I got a bit American there, just for a second. But thank you very much for coming in.
You're welcome.
And as I say, tickets still available.
Yes.
Saffron will be on roundabouts or 9:10ish tomorrow evening. The weather doesn't look too bad. Go on to the website, go along to the Laughing Fish, turn up, because
come on down for the whole day, you know, for a full day of live music, some wonderful bands and artists. Why not?
Okay. Saffron, thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
Now we'll do some travel.